Welcome to this video. In this video I would like to show and explain to you how you can change the initial page in the ABAP Workbench. So here right now we are in the Object Navigator or the ABAP Workbench, so the transaction SE80. And I think all of the ABAP developers are quite familiar with this transaction. If you open up this transaction at first, then on the right hand side you can see this initial page, so this welcome page, welcome to the ABAP Workbench. Under utilities and settings, here you have the option display Workbench news on the initial screen. So if you deselect this checkbox and confirm this, then you can see that no initial screen, no initial page will be displayed, and under utilities settings we can activate and show the initial page once again. So let's take this over. And you can change this initial page quite easily. Before showing you this, first of all, I would like to show you the class behind the call of this page. So if you would like to see the logic, debug the logic, or maybe put an enhancement in there, you can do this in here. And the class is called CL_WB_initial. So therefore we go into the display mode in the class builder SE24, and here basically you have the method called show_WB_news to display the Workbench news. If we double click in here, then within here we can see basically the logic that is behind this. But what is important is this logic, because within this table the logic distinguish if it should load the initial page as we could see. So here you can see what is done in here and what is being executed and so on. Or basically if you have not done the entries in this table, so within the settings, then basically it'll call the initial screen. Or if you have made the settings, then basically this custom HTML file, your custom page, will be loaded. So this is what we're gonna do. So basically you have two approaches to use your own initial page, your custom HTML file. So let's directly get started with the first one. In both scenarios that I'm going to show you, first of all, you have to use and create an HTML file already. So I have done this. So here, if I, for example, open up this HTML file, then you can see within here that I have basically one title, one description, one link basically to my German-speaking SAP blog. So by the way, if you would like to get to know some information in an article based, then you can visit this German SAP blog, use a translator, but this is quite useful. And within here, I've put in a slider to change the language to German or backwards to English. So straightforward, just an easy HTML file to show you how it's gonna look like and how to implement it. So let's directly get started. So what we're gonna do is, so to use the HTML file, you have to upload the HTML file into the SAP repository. So to do this, we have to open up the transaction SMW0. So once you've entered this transaction in here, then you will end up in here. And the next, what you're gonna do is you have to make sure to select HTML templates for a web RFC application, and then click on this find button or hit the F8 key. Once you've done this, then here under object name, you have to enter WB and then underscore initial underscore page. So let's execute this, and here this is basically the SAP Web Repository object that is responsible and that will be called during the loading of the initial page. So the first one is that you replace basically the HTML file behind this repository object. And to do this, or what I recommend is, first of all, make a backup. So first of all, export the existing file to have a backup. So maybe if you screw it up with your own HTML file, that you can afterwards override the overridden file. So override your custom HTML file with the original one and have the status that you had earlier. So first of all, let's export this to have a backup. So click on the export file. And then within here, you can simply enter wb_initial_page.html and hit the save file, and then click on remember my decision. So this is fine. So here then you have saved this. So the next what you have to do is you have to make sure that the MIME types are available. So under settings and define MIME types, here you have to make sure that the MIME type text/HTML is available. So if we double click in here, then we can see that for the file types with HTML or HTML are available within the system. If this is not the case, then click on create or hit the F5 key and then use these settings, so text/HTML, and with the name extension *.htm, comma, and then *.html. So because I'm not going to do this because I have already done this. So, but this is important that the MIME type HTML is available to use basically and to display HTML files. So as mentioned, you have to make sure to have your HTML file created and up and running. So next is we select this entry and then we click on the import button. So yes, we would like to override the old object. Please make sure you have done a backup. And within here, basically now we select our HTML file. You can also change the path to your file where it is available, and then we click on open. Yes, I would like to allow, and this is also fine. We continue. So the next what we're going to do is we have uploaded and replaced the original file. We open up the object navigator, the ABAP Workbench, with the transaction SE80. And here we can see that we have now successfully overridden the original file with our custom HTML file. And within here, basically, we have this file up and running. So the next what we're going to do is basically we would like to create an own MIME type and not override the existing one. So therefore, let's go once again into SMW0 and choose HTML templates. And click on find and search for wb_initial page. So within here, we now would like to import our backup because I would like to show you the second approach. So this is fine. Okay, so let's make sure that the object navigator or the initial page is still the original one. Okay, this is perfectly fine. Okay, so the next what we're gonna do is basically we would like to create an own object name. And therefore we click, first of all, we have to go into the SMW0 because I am already in here. And then you choose HTML templates, click on find. And within here, if you want to just click on execute. And here we now would like to create a new object. And in here, basically, let's just enter set underscore welcome WB or just underscore WB, description welcome page on ABAP Workbench. And it's important here to now click on import. And here we would like to choose our custom HTML file. So this is fine. We upload the file according to this object. And now you have to link your entry to a transport, to a package. And in this case, I would like to link it to my local, to my $TMP package. So as a local object. So now here I have it. And now it's important to save or to copy basically the object. Because now we go into the data browser, into the transaction SE16. And in here you enter the table SEWB underscore settings, because this is if you have closely watched and analyzed the previously shown coding, then you could see that this table is being used to call a custom HTML file with the workbench, the ABAP Workbench, the object navigator, so the SE80. So therefore here choose just table contents. And now, as mentioned, we would like to search for WB underscore news. And here if we search it, then we can see that there are no entries. So let's simply create a new one. And therefore we click on create entries or hit the F5 key. And here under attributes, we enter WB underscore news. And under value, I'm using Control V to paste in my copied object, or here you can enter it manually. Leave username empty or blank. Now I'm hitting the enter key and click on the save button to save the setting. And now my record has successfully created. And let's make a quick search on this. So let's search on this. Okay, here we have it. And now let's call once again the object navigator, so the transaction SE80. And here we can see that once again our custom HTML file is visible. And this is the way that you can use your custom object without replacing the original one. So by just changing the table entry in the data browser in the SE16 basically. And yeah, by said this, if you have any questions left, please put them in the comment section. Please like this video and please do not forget to subscribe to not miss great upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.